Rav Nosson Wachtfeigl, the great Mashgiach of Lakewood Yeshiva, in the Sefer Leket Rishimos that came out shortly after he was nifter, revealed a fabulous story. Rav Nosson asked the question, why was I zoiche to become the Mashgiach of Lakewood Yeshiva? There were so many people who were greater than me. Now, Rav Nosson probably said that because he was the most humble individual, because he was someone who was so full of anivus. But he asked the question, and he said, I attribute it to one idea. One miracle happened, one moment of gvura, and that's why I believe I had the siyata d'shmaya to become the Mashgiach of Lakewood Yeshiva. What was that moment? He said, my Rebbetzin taught Talmidos. And on Shabbos, we would have those Talmidos come to our table, and they would sit at our table. Now, when someone's sitting at your table, you can't ignore them. You have to engage them in conversation. You have to be polite. You have to make them feel comfortable and very much at home. After all, that's why the Rebbetzin invited them to our home. And so, I spoke to them. For hours sometimes, I taught them. And without them realizing it, it appeared that I was looking at them, but I never, ever looked at them. I looked past them. I looked beyond them, but I did not look at them. And that act of gvura, that act of shmiras einayim, is something that I believe, said Reb Nosson, was the determining factor in me having the siyata d'shmaya to become the mashgiach of the greatest yeshiva in the world. And it makes sense, because the Stipler Gaon says that if a person is mizgaber, if he strengthens himself, and he's mechazik himself, to control himself from shmiras einayim, one time, not to look at something inappropriate, one time, then that hana'ah that you would have had from looking, that pleasure that a person would have had from looking, will be given to you kiflei kiflayim, tenfold, hundredfold, a millionfold, not only in olam haba, but in olam hazeh. In this world, Hashem will pay you back for any pleasure that you might have lost. Sometimes it's hard, especially for young teenage boys. There's a strong pull, a strong desire to look at something inappropriate. It's enjoyable. You won't lose out. Hashem keeps score, and you will gain immeasurably, exponentially for the rest of your life.